As you can see, we're back in my home kitchen and it's time for kitchen mixology once again. Today, I'm going to show you a classic drink, nice drink for morning drinkers, and I'm going to give you a variation that's, I don't know, it's good for almost any time. It's that good. Get ready. We're going to be making gin fizzes on this episode of the Attitude Adjustment Hour. Hey everybody, Dennis Cruz here. Nothing like having a cocktail in the morning with your breakfast or your brunch. It can be the greatest thing with it. Yeah, coffee's great, OJ, whatever. Having a cocktail's nice. A spicy Bloody Mary, maybe a screwdriver, talking about a vodka grapefruit, good stuff. And today I'm gonna give you what is the classic morning drink from New Orleans. And when I was a kid, I remember everybody ordering in the morning, the adults anyhow, saying, hey, I'm gonna have a fizz with breakfast. We thought, hey, a fizz, that's funny. What a funny little thing. Was it Alka-Seltzer? No. It's a gin fizz. And I'm gonna give you two different recipes today. One is the classic recipe, and it's a little more complicated, it's a little more subtle. And then I'm gonna give you one that is just basically a booze milkshake. The gin fizz was invented by a legendary saloon keeper and bartender down in the Big Easy named Henry Ramos way back in the 1880s. This guy originally called the drink the New Orleans Fizz, and back then it was so popular at Henry's bar inside Myers restaurant that they employed several shaker boys to shake up fizzes and keep up with the demand. I'm going to try my hand this morning at making a classic gin fizz. To make a Ramos gin fizz, you're going to need the following ingredients. We're going to use a London dry gin. You use 2 ounces in the drink. We're going to use Tanqueray, but you could use Gilbey's, Beefeaters, Gordon's, any dry gin's going to do. Now, some old recipes are going to tell you to use Old Tom gin, which is back. They stopped making it for a while. And it's sweeter than a London dry gin, so if you got to use Old Tom, you use less sugar in this recipe. You're going to need an ounce of heavy cream. Don't substitute half and half. Use heavy cream. You're going to need the white of 1 egg. A ½ ounce of lemon juice, a ½ ounce of lime juice. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of superfine sugar. Now this isn't powdered sugar or regular granulated sugar. This dissolves really nicely in a cocktail and you're going to find it right next to all the other sugars. And here's the kicker. We're going to use a couple of drops of orange flower water. Now it's not orange juice, not orange liqueur. Don't use those. They're not the same taste as orange flower water. You can find this in any of your fine liquor stores or you can find it online. So you have your ice and your shaker. And then we're going to do about 2 ounces of your gin or whatever. Okay, now you take your heavy cream, use about 1 ounce, and maybe, I'm saying that's about 1 ounce there. Okay, we want a couple of teaspoons of the superfine sugar. Get that in there. And now we're going to get the white of 1 egg, which, boom, okay. The way to do this, am I good at it? Okay, you kind of shake it a little bit. I'm getting just the white. Keep that yolk in there. And that's plenty. I'm going to put the white of 1 egg in there. Okay. About a ½ ounce of lemon juice. I don't have fresh, so I'm using that. About a ½ ounce of lime juice, which will be, yeah, that's, and there it is, your orange flower water. Not too much, just a couple, 3. 1, 2, you don't want to go crazy on that. Okay. What I'm going to do is now you shake it. Shaker time. Oh yeah, I'm a shaker boy. Oh, I'm a shaker boy. Shaking, shaking, oh, shake it. Don't break it. 2 minutes. Oh, we're gonna time lapse this thing now. You're gonna take your Collins glass and strain it in there. Oh, beautiful, beautiful thing. And after all that, the final ingredient you're going to need is either some seltzer water or some club soda. You're going to top off your drink with that. That's delicious. But this Fizz isn't the Fizz that my high school buddy Jim Sweeney, the retired firefighter from San Francisco, his family, we used to go up to the Russian River, which is north of San Francisco. We'd go up there during summertime, and bottom line is, in the mornings, they'd be making the gin Fizz. This wasn't the drink. I'm going to show you how to make that one in a second. So I called Jim Sweeney up, and the basic thing he told me to remember is 1 cup. What you're going to do is a cup of gin. You're going to do a cup of ice cream, vanilla ice cream, a cup of 7-Up, and a cup of ice. We got our crushed ice all ready to go, and we're going to use a splash of orange juice. Unlike the other one, we would use the orange flower water, a little bit of OJ. This thing's simple, and it's amazing. Okay, a cup of gin. The Sweeneys have used vodka for this, I found out. No longer gin Fizz, but it's still a Fizz. We're going to use a cup of ice cream, vanilla ice cream. That's about right. Okay, here we go. A cup of 7-Up. Now 7-Up, if this thing's a little too sweet for you, what you do is put in some club soda instead. And leave that orange flower water at home for this one. Just a splash of the OJ. And don't forget about a cup of crushed ice in there. And that's about it. You're going to get this guy on and mix her up. Henry C. Ramos is turning over in his grave. But I don't care. This thing's delicious. It's crazy good. Get it going for a little while, mix it up. This thing. I think this is appropriate. Get the oldest, like I'm soda jerk there. Accent on the jerk. Get some of this. Oh yeah, now you're looking at it. Boom. The Sweeney's Gin Fizz. Oh, that's stupid delicious. It's got the same vibe as a Gin Fizz, but it's just a good drink. Just good breakfast drink. Try it out for me, Cheryl. Talk to me. Talk to me, baby. Huh?
My kind of milkshake.
That is a milkshake. That's all it is. It's really a booze milkshake. I could see you putting bourbon in that thing. They put vodka. I put gin. This thing's delicious. Either the Ramos Gin Fizz, thank you, Henry Ramos, wherever you may be, up there in that big bartender school in the sky. And thanks to the Sweeney family from San Francisco, firemen and cops. Love you. They're both good. Try them. I think you're going to dig them. You can catch all episodes of the Attitude Adjustment Hour at AAHour.com. The MP3 audio is also available on iTunes and on your iPhone. Follow me on Twitter. I'm Den Cruz. That's DENCRUZ, all one word. And you know I love to hear your feedback and your suggestions. Email me at AAHour@yahoo.com. Hopefully I've lubricated the thought process for you a little bit. I'm Dennis Cruz, and thanks again for joining me on the Attitude Adjustment Hour.